Far out, my arms are sore. We've just been water skiing like all weekend for 2 days straight, and it was a Friday and Saturday and some of this morning as well. And when you're doing that like non-stop for 2 days, wears you out so much. So fun, man. So fun. You know, I was thinking today is Sunday, and then obviously tomorrow's Monday. And what most people do on Monday is they get up at the crack of dawn in the morning, they go down, they give the kids brekkie, say goodbye to the wife, say goodbye to their house for the day, the pets and everyone else. They get in the car, they battle the traffic, they arrive at the car park at their work, and then they just probably sit there and have that moment and just think, why am I here? And then you probably think, I've got to spend all day at this place, and then you're going to go home, probably go to bed, and then you're going to get up the next morning and do it all again. Whoever taught you that that was the right way was probably also taught by their ancestors that that was the right way, who was probably also taught by their ancestors that that was the right way, and this just keeps going. Let me tell you, that if you want to live a fulfilling life and be able to achieve every single thing that you want to do, going getting a job to earn money, that's not how you do it. The thing with employment is now with all this new artificial intelligence that's going on these days, it's becoming one of the most competitive markets in the world. I saw an ad yesterday that said that by 2030, the year 2030, 15% of the world's workforce will be cut. 15%. The other thing to consider is that when you settle for employment, most people start around the 60k mark, okay? This magical thing, $1,000 a week, that's people's first milestone. And then as they slowly work their way up, they might get a pay rise or they might get promotion or something. But then the next milestone for most people is this thing called the $100,000. The truth about this is that if your goals aim to get you to the $100,000 club, you're playing a really small game. You have this world where money is literally created out of thin air. Literally, the whole banking system is built around this idea of creating money out of thin air. What do you think these mortgages and credit cards, where do you think this money that the banks get to give you it comes from? It's literally created, okay? Look up fractional reserve banking, it says it all there. So, it's not hard for the universe to pay you this money. So if it's not so hard for them to pay it to you, in other words, it's very abundant, why do you need to work 9 to 5, 5 days a week for 60 years of your life to get it? Do you come with me? What you'll find that in the scheme of things, there's a gap between the working class and the middle class. And then there's another gap, and this gap's much, much wider. And that is the gap between the middle class and the millionaires. Why is there such a large gap? It's all to do with mindset. It's literally everything to do with mindset. It's got nothing to do with the almighty dollar, despite what everyone thinks. It's literally what's being put in your head. If you're surrounded by people who are what we call middle class, that means probably in the $100,000 club, you're only going to accept the $100,000 as some sort of achievement. That's going to be the capping of your success. The thing that blows most people's minds is that there are more ways to make money out there than there are to earn money. And what does that mean? There are more ways to monetize any endeavor than there are employment opportunities in the world. And that's something that most people don't understand. To create the life that you want to live, you've got to see the world for how it is. When you develop that mindset and you open yourself up for the capacity to make it, it becomes a force that you can't unlearn. Once you switch your thinking over and you invest in yourself, all of a sudden you'll see an exponential growth in your results. When people want money or feel like they need to make more money, the first thing that they usually draw their attention to is getting a second job. Why would you get a second job? You're already time strapped, now you're going to sell more of your time, which you probably don't have, to earn more money. The interesting thing about this is there's literally a point where people earning larger salaries from a job actually net out less than people earning smaller salaries from a job, just from the increase in tax alone. How crazy is that? And everyone's chasing these big salaries. What on earth for? The point to all this is don't give in to this societal pressure that the only way to put money in your pocket is by getting a job, by maintaining some sort of employment till you're like age 65. That's the slow way of increasing your lifestyle in any way. If you really want to achieve everything on your bucket list, if you want to see every part of the world that you could wish for, if you want to experience everything that you possibly could, the only way to do that is follow your passion. Because the truth of the matter is, you can monetize anything. It's not hard to make money out of something. You've just got to work on yourself and develop the mindset to be able to do that. The best thing about this is, as you start focusing on this newly developed mindset, you will start attracting the people in your life that are going to help you out along the way. There's nothing that motivates me more than seeing someone who is younger than me. I'm 24, but seeing someone that's younger than me that's willing to learn and comes up and asks me questions. That's an amazing thing because they're curious. They are willingly and consciously asking me, help me, this is what I want to do. How do I learn how to do this? You literally will get to a point when your whole world just opens up. And when you reach that point, that's a really cool thing. And you don't need a job to do it. It's a massive, massive step. It's a massive change. Once you learn this, you can't unlearn it. That's the thing. It's embedded in your mind. In the same way that the job philosophy is embedded into the minds of children before they consciously understand it. The point is here that in this life, you've really got two ways you can go, and they're both waiting for you in open arms. But all you've got to decide is whether you want to live the life that you want or the life that your boss wants. And you know which one it is.
I feel the sunshine